Atlanta played really well. They had a home court that was the most intimidating. We had never, ever seen, I've never seen Atlanta like that.
He brings it down and rocks the house.
Joe shoots a three. He nails it. The young Atlanta Hawks, they have shocked the world. They forced the Game 7 against the old mighty Celtics.
Game 7, we knew the time we come home is to make a statement. Wasn't a lot of talk, it's what it is. You know, we got to win.
People, I'm telling you, this Hornet team is for real.
The Hornets are going to go up 2 games to none.
David West in a lot of pain.
We're happy to force the 7th game.
And the champs will play on.
A couple of great playoff rematches tomorrow night on ESPN. You'll see the Celtics going for a 16th straight win in Atlanta against the Hawks. And our next guest, forward Marvin Williams, who joins us now. And Marvin, take us back to that playoff series last spring. As an 8th seed, you put a scare into the Celtics. It was fun. It was sort of your introduction to the league for a lot of casual fans. What did you learn from that playoff series?
And it was such an experience. You know, we had a lot of young guys that had never experienced the playoffs before, so we had a lot of excitement coming up against a big-time team. Obviously, Boston was favored to win the whole thing, but we went in there, we played together, and we made a good series out of it.
Yeah, it was fun. And then you start this season 6-0, and then on November 12th in Boston, you hit the go-ahead 3 with 7 seconds left, and it looks like maybe you have a chance to knock off the Celtics. Was about to happen the final few seconds of that game?
We were just hoping to get a stop. Joe made a great play. You know, he drew a lot of attention and kicked it out to me, and thankfully I was able to hit a shot. But Paul Pierce, who's been an all-star in this league for a long time, you know, pretty much does what he's been doing and hit a game winner. So we played well. It was a big-time game for us, and unfortunately it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to.
Hit to put your team up late was not a shot that you'd been accustomed to taking and making over the course of your career so far. You're taking 2 or 3 threes a game now. You're hitting 40% of those. That was not a shot that you normally could hit or would even take the first part of your career. What made you decide that you needed to add a three-pointer as a component to your game?
It was just something my coach wanted me to work on this summer. You know, he felt like I was capable of being a three-point shooter in this league, and he really wanted me to expand my range, and that's what I really tried to focus on this summer, and it's worked out. You know, I have Mark Price on my coaching staff, who's a great shooter, and he works with me every day. So I just got to keep working on it.
Yeah, it's working for you. Yeah, last week you knocked off the Cavaliers to end their long win streak. Tomorrow night you've got the Celtics coming in, obviously. What does it mean to you when a team's coming in playing that well and you can beat them?
It's exciting. Cleveland was on a big-time run. Obviously, LeBron was playing extremely well, and they came into our arena, and we're always excited when we're at home. You know, Boston's got a nice streak going here, and obviously we had the playoff run with them last year, so we're going to be excited about having them in Phillips Arena tomorrow night.
Yeah, it should be fun. The place will be rocking. Good luck to you tomorrow night. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
All right, Marvin Williams from the Atlanta Hawks. These are some great games we've got tomorrow night. I mean, you know, sometimes we plan these things ahead of time and you think, oh, this team's going to be really good and this team's, and then it doesn't turn out that way. But this is, I mean, we couldn't have done this any better if we'd tried.
Well, there's going to be a lot of emotion between these two teams. They're going to remember, especially Atlanta, what went down in that series with Boston last season. But I think Boston has the edge because if you remember back, they turned that series around because of the way they decided to defend Joe Johnson in those last few games because he torched Boston down in Atlanta in games 3 and 4, and they really completely changed their game plan. They are going to force Marvin Williams and Al Horford and players like that to catch the ball in the perimeter off Joe Johnson double teams and then make decisions. They weren't able to do that successfully enough in the final couple of games against the Celtics. They're going to have to do that to beat Boston right now. I think Boston is on a mission. They want this streak to keep going. They know what Atlanta did to them last year. They don't want to give a young team hope that they can do that to them again if they face them in the spring. So I think the Celtics will come into this game extremely focused for a regular season game.
And a lot of times we hate to admit it, but there are moral victories in professional sports. For example, the Atlanta Hawks had a victory last year. Yes, they lost in the first round to the Boston Celtics, but taking them to the 7th game snowballed a positive momentum for Marvin Williams to work on this game during the summer. Now they get Josh Smith back healthy Al Horford is a year older and more productive. Joe Johnson has always been productive. Now they're confident about what they can do, and tomorrow should be a great game.